Hey y'all, it's me, Shakita Bonita. So you see what the title say? Is Anu here? And when I say is he here, is she here? Take it however it resonate. I mean on earth. Okay? On earth. So I got the question from y'all, because I talk about it all the time. Rasha. I was listening to the program she did last night or 4 day this morning. So I was listening to it and she was talking about Anu, and I didn't catch her live, so I couldn't ask the question in the comments. So, Holy Spirit was like, go ask the question. Ask the question. Get the answer. If you want the answer, get the answer. So there's someone else I probably wondering the same thing, and if y'all ain't, then I am. I was. But she was talking about Anu, and it came to me. It caught me. I was like, well, is Anu here? Because she was saying Anu wasn't raw. Anu was raw brother. Anu did something. He was, whatever it was. I don't know. Maybe she was on a new side or something. I don't know, child. But, okay, that's the download I got. That was the question that I got, that I asked. And I was led to, this don't feel like all the cards, but I was led to ask the question, is Anu here? But I got some other downloads too that I'm going to be doing today. But I channeled this message the other day on my last reading, on my last message, my last program. Call it what you want. But on the last one, it was, I was wondering about the Caucasians. And she came, I watched a video of her last night. I caught it live. And she kind of, when I ended, I think I was talking about the Cabbage Patch Kids, and I don't know about the colors, the races, whatever. But she went into that. So after I, watched her, no, it wasn't after. I think I channeled this message before I watched her. And what I was led to write, I don't know if this will make sense to y'all, but take it however it resonates. But was, so they give the inheritance to whom they choose with 1% white of the bloodline until the original stands up. They do this to feel they fulfilled the contract. They raise the one they choose to have the original bloodline. This is how they clear their conscience. Y'all see it right there. But y'all see up under it says it's Anu here on earth. But I still got some other downloads that I gotta do. For somebody, this passage caught my eye. It says, follow through on the promises you make to yourself. So if you've been making promises to yourself that you're going to do better, you're going to get better, whatever. Spirit say they hear you. Follow through. But it's Anu here. I grabbed the Egyptian deck, y'all. Holy Spirit, ancestors, above, below, beneath, and in between, Most High, universe, connect, connection. Is Anu still here? Yeah. We got the duplicity card. Double-minded. Misleading. So Anu is here. And that's what I gathered, when I asked the question. But I gathered that Anu is here. The Hermit. Oh, we're going to get a little deep into this, y'all, because this, I want to know. Okay? The chance. Intended. Accident. Risk. Opportunity. It's like nut. Okay. So the chance is my nut card. But it's got my attention with nut hovering over this female. And the Eye of Horus is up over. Now, I'm not really familiar with the Anunnaki story. I just get my downloads, I put the pieces together, and then, something come up and give me clarification, and I might do a little study, but I'm not a scholar. I'll put it that way. I'm not a scholar in Anunnaki. Okay? But this feminine, Anu is here on Earth. Anu is here. Because I think Rasha was like, Anu trying to break in. No, something. I don't know. But Anu ain't trying. Anu already here, walking the earth. Anu is here. Anu is here on Earth. And Anu is after this feminine. But the feminine is being covered by nut. Now, what I'm gathering is in past tense, it was the masculine. And I'm only saying this because the card says the chance. Nut covered the man in past tense. Not what we got now, but in past tense. Nut covered the man. Now with this eye, I'm getting that but when Osiris moved on, the Eye of Horus, when the Eye of Horus moved on, the Eye of Horus is covering Nut. And Nut has taken a chance to cover the feminine. Anu is masculine. Anu, with the Hermit card in between, Anu is searching for that feminine that has been taking the chance on. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this fan off. But Anu has taken this chance. Nut has taken the chance. Anu took the chance too. But the feminine is being covered. She's being given wisdom from the upper level. Nut and Horus, the Eye of Horus. She's a seer. She's a high priestess. Somebody asks who. That's for whom you to choose. Those that have eyes can see. not a double-minded speech. So, anew, I'm not going to even say anew is coming in masculine form, okay? And I ain't talking about like reincarnation or nothing like that. I'm saying there's a Christian song. It says, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me that I am his own. That's what I'm talking about. There could be a feminine that's carrying the essence of a new. Now, rather a new is good or bad, let's ask. Because like I say, I'm not a scholar. I didn't even know they were called Anunnaki till I started watching YouTube. It's a new. It's a new for the people or against the people. The authority. I would say, a new is for the people. Which people? That is for us to decide. Can we get a little more on a new? A new is in authority. A new is the boss here on earth. The Empress. The Empress is following a new. It's answers from a new. How this is happening, I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. But the Empress is the Empress is about to show 'em who's boss through a new. Now I'm also getting, there's someone that has studied like an apprentice that has studied anew. as a child that is growing up into an empress. So there is going to be one that comes that's going to follow Anu. There is going to be one that followed Anu as a child. But this is a female. This is a female child that's growing, that has grown up in the arts. I'm going to say in the arts. This child it's like an apprentice. And this child shall grow up, if not have already grown up, to become an empress of Anu. The Chariot. Yeah. Whoever this child is, or this woman is, she has grown up to be, or will grow up to be, victory over war. Hey, Tanya. I'm hearing those who have ears can hear the offering. Whoever this is, they're in the public eye. They're in the spotlight. And I'm hearing that Jennifer Hudson song, I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Living under your spotlight. Just because you think I'm mine. Find somebody worthy. Ooh, ooh. This is Slickster, but she covered. I don't know if these are two people, two feminines or not, because we got Anu, then we got this female. So, and like I said, with the duplicity card is Anu. Sort of like shapeshift, you know. Make you think one way, but then really, bam, they double-minded. Speech double-minded. They flip the script on you real quick, and you know, whatever. But we got the Hermit card in the middle of the duplicity, which is Anu, and the Chance, which is Nut, covering Nut and Horus, Osiris, or whatever, because we got the eye over Nut. So they're both covering this feminine. I'm really not getting that this feminine is this feminine, this empress. I'm not getting that this feminine up here that's being covered is the same as the empress. This row here feel like it kind of leads toward Anu. But we got the offering card. This empress here is being bred, raised to get a victory over some kind of war. And I'm thinking the war is with whoever Nut is covering. Whoever this is here, I heard peasant. I ain't want to call the child a peasant, but that's what I heard. I heard peasant, so that's, they, in society's eyes, this may be considered a peasant, while this one here is considered an empress. This one here is so this is sort of like, for the Christian folks, this is sort of like um Moses. That's what I gathered off of this here, like Moses, like the pharaohs had, the great sorcerers, wizards, high priests, whatever they called them in those days. They had the magicians. They had all that, top notch, the best, the best walking earth. Okay, they Pharaoh had it. Pharaoh had it. Okay. So it was passed down. It was taught. It's like whoever this empress is. Like I say, this empress is in society. This is like they call it an elite. This is an elite here. This here is a peasant to the elite. But this one here been raised up, and been taught, and had all the advantages. But this one here gets gets the unknown, but they get the unknown because Nut and the Eye Horse is covering them. So this is like this empress here wants victory over this peasant. And one would say, well, they already rich or whatever, they, high society, elite, whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? But it's something this empress can't get. Knowledge. The knowledge that this peasant gets, this empress can't get. No matter how much they study, they ain't found that in the book. Or, it makes sense or whatever. This one here can't get it. Because the peasant is being taught by the unknown. Because see, the peasant, peasants, they don't be educated like that. We're going to look in ancient times. We're going to look at it like that. They weren't able to read. They couldn't be taught. You know what I'm saying? All it was meant for is to work. Period. Don't want to teach a nigga nothing. Because they might get educated and learn something. But yeah, that one there, in society, people would call that one gifted. Because, growing up, they might say, that child there, oh, that child know things, that child touched, that child there been touched, okay? Because some of the things that child be saying and knowing, that child ain't got no business knowing, So, Anu is a woman. Anu is not a man. Anu is a woman. Okay? So if y'all thought Anu was a man, Anu is a woman. I got the spirit of a man. But Anu is a woman in the flesh. What else? Anything else? The agreement. Bargain, contract. These two gonna have to come to an agreement. They're gonna have to come to some kind of conclusion, some kind of peaceful treaty, whatever. The peasant queen and the queen. As I'm gonna say it, y'all. The peasant queen and the queen. Or the peasant empress and the empress. But they're gonna have to come to some kind of agreement. It's too much war going on. Too much war for just pleasure. This empress want to offer up that peasant. They want to offer them up. They want to offer them up for sacrifice. Whatever kind of sacrifice, whatever. However it resonate to you, but they want to. They want to offer them up for sacrifice. But they can't offer them. They can't. They can't offer them. Well, their offering is not accepted. So they thought that the peasant was pure and holy. And found out that the peasant ain't pure and holy. I heard that heifer got a blemish. And you know they call the cows a heifer. But I heard that heifer got a blemish. So she's not worthy of sacrifice. But they trying to figure out, the empress, they trying to figure out, well, if she ain't worthy, how is she getting the information that she's getting? How does she know what she know? How is she whoever she is? They trying to figure out who offered her this, who is covering her. I'm hearing the Anunnaki. I heard, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. So like I said earlier, she's a seer. She's a messenger. So she might even knew that they was trying to sacrifice her, offer up for an offering. And with the agreement, she came in tune with her. She came into agreement with both sides. She came into harmony with the dark and the light, as they would call it. You okay? I heard a student that needs not a teacher. Justice at the bottom. I'm hearing it's cheaper to keep her. It's better to work with her. So they might be finna bring the peasant into the fold. They bringing the peasant into the fold? solitude in reverse, and the change. Yeah. I heard she is one of us. We got the agreement, the solitude, which is like the hermit, to me. Could be the universe. But the message that I got when I got this deck was be alone in the upright. And the change. I'm hearing all guards on deck. All guards on deck. So the Anunnaki is about to bring the peasant into the fold. And the change is falling up under the Empress. The solitude in reverse is falling up under the Authority. I'm getting Mason. Take that how it resonates. But I'm getting Mason. Okay? We got the sun at the bottom, child. So the peasant, because the sun in this deck is like offspring, bloodline, you know, birthright. The sun, the peasant is about to be brought into the Masons. The Freemasons. Excuse me, for somebody else, there's a son that's trying to get into the Masons. The generosity. Now this for somebody else, okay? The sun is an apprentice. You know what the apprentice is in the Masons. You know the first step. That's working for an empress. Now, whoever the peasant is, you might got a child now. Just know your child working against you. Your child working against you. The rivalry. Your child working against you for that empress. Your child is working against you for that empress. They want to sacrifice you. They want to give you as an offering. They done went into a contract agreement. And your child ain't working by themselves either. Okay? And they doing it all for pleasure. We got the thought. That's my thought card. Conceit. Okay? Judgment. Ideas. Imagine. Everything is being dictated. Everything is being shown. Everything is being recorded. Off someone's imagination of what they could have, the conceit, based on their popular opinion, their ideas. The mildness, that's that peasant. But for somebody else, that's how they're appearing. They're appearing to be. Man, they just conceited. They think they all that. I'm sorry, child. If it's your child, whatever. They look at you like you ain't. I can't even say 2 shades from the wind. Okay? But they look at you like they ain't got no respect for you. Okay? Put it like that. They ain't got no respect for you. And I feel your pain, baby. Trust me. You ain't the only one in this world. You ain't the only one. Okay? The Pope is high priestess. You ain't here. You ain't the only one. The disorder that's going through the disorder. This disorder here. The investment. Scales are being weighed. Because this was an investment here. Scales are being weighed. The moon card. Justice. Progress. Scales are being weighed, baby. On this disorder. Scales are being weighed. See, what's done in the dark, I ain't gonna say comes to the light. But what's done in the dark is still seen. It's still seen. That's how she know. Because what's done in the dark is still seen. Remember, the peasant is covered. Nut, which is wisdom. Osiris, which is the gift to see, as they call it, the gift of sight. And you will know them by the fruit they bear. Look at that eye. You will know them by the fruit they bear. The gifted ones. They don't put titles upon themselves. They don't put titles upon themselves because they peasants. When you ever seen a peasant put a title on themselves? They don't put titles on themselves. They just be walking around glad to be here. Glad to be in the number. They don't. But the scales are being weighed. Progress reports are about to come out. I'm gonna pick this deck up. When I was going through my box to get the cards for this message, I looked at the Spanish deck. That's what I call that deck. And Aztec, Incas, warriors. That's what I heard. I said, yeah. Let me grab this here so. Excuse me. Not only I'm hearing prototype. And you know what? Honestly, I've heard this word a lot. But I've never thought to look the word prototype up. I'm thinking that prototype is like Google thinking shit.
Spiritual prototypes.
Google thinking shit.
Spiritual prototypes are the original divine blueprints. They are the first models from which everything else is created, representing the ideal form before it appears in multiple ways.
Okay. So, with the Spanish deck, the prototype, the original, had all kinds of, as they call it, bloodlines. Okay? Consisted of all different kinds of bloodlines. So, in a spiritual sense, let's just say they're calling on their ancestors, and they thinking, they just thinking they got one ancestor, and that's just, the native or, Anunnaki Egyptian or agents, whatever. They just think they got one. And but the prototype, shit, the prototype got them all. They calling all the ancestors. So, even though a person could really just be one, just, come from one prototype, from one of the bloodlines, and they calling on that bloodline's answer them. So the peasant got all the bloodlines, y'all. Let me put it that way. Because when I grabbed the Spanish deck, I heard Mayans and Incas, warriors, mount up. Let's ride. We ride at dawn. So, okay? Yo, the Mayans, the Incas, what they call the indigenous people is riding with that peasant. And they got something to say, okay? Yo, they got a lot of covering. It's a lot of covering now, baby. Okay? It's a lot of covering now. The natives. Somebody say, remember, the Sumerians were here in America before Egyptians. And I'm seeing red clay, like, not like the red clay, but I'm hearing red clay, but I'm seeing like red man, you know, in the Indian term, when they called them the red man, that's, you know, the Indians would say, we red man, but they don't be red man, but they be red man, you know, so that mean they color was like the copper colored Indians. The strength card. So the angels are giving strength. Are giving strength to fight anew, is what I heard. Ten of Pentacles. No, that's not the Ten of Pentacles. That's the King of Pentacles. Money coming in out of nowhere. Five of Wands at the bottom. And we said there was competition. There's competition. It's some hocus pocus, baby. The witches is brewing. It's some hocus pocus, baby. The witches are brewing. You hear me? The witches are in the lab. Okay? And they are brewing, baby. Some hocus pocus, baby. As I speak right now, they in the lab. Whatever lab they in. As I speak right now, they in the lab. Brewing. Trying to stop you from receiving a King of Pentacles. Strength. And it doesn't have to necessarily mean relationship-wise. I mean, you know, like intimacy. Because, you know, a lot of people mind nowadays is straight. You say anything that got any inkling toward sexuality, that's where their first mind goes to. It's a lot of lonely. It's a lot of lonely women. It's a lot of lonely ones. You know. And they in competition for a man. Nine of Pentacles. Look, they in competition. And here we go. Over there minding our business. Trying to get the fruits of our labors. Okay. Trying to get us some wine. Trying to get us a vineyard. Okay. A vineyard. So we can get some of them bullet grapes. I don't know how old y'all is, but in my days we used to have them bullets. Some wild grapes, we called them bullets. They used to be about that big. About that big. Lord, them was the best grapes. Pick them straight off the vine. But but the ancients, the Incas, the Mayans, the warriors. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, baby, now. You might not be worried about no man, okay? Like I said, you sitting out there trying to, hold on, y'all. I think these my grandbabies. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go. Who is it? All right, y'all. My bad. But you got the King of Pentacles following the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a King of Pentacles out. There's looking for companionship, baby. Okay. Now the Queen of Pentacles, the peasant, because that's what I'm gathering, the peasant. The Queen of Pentacles is the peasant from the last deck. Drinking her wine. She got a whole vineyard. She got grapes and apples. Okay, she got apple wine, grape wine. She out minding her business. Studying, gathering knowledge. Minding her business though. But there's there's a union. There's a union coming up. Yo, that's a union. 3 of Cups. There's a union coming up. Job well done. Yep, your ancestors. She left my damn turn. There's a union. But they're celebrating you. They're celebrating the strength, your strength, your strength. Son, you done tamed. I don't even want to say tamed. But you have became friends with the lion. You have made peace with the beast. You and the beast is friends. This like some Beauty and the Beast, but you and the beast are friends. You have become friends with Oh Lord, with the beast. She doing about the daycare first, and then when she get back. But they're celebrating. They're celebrating your accomplishments. So if you feeling like, you know, your people are not proud, they are. They are. And they, baby, they helping. You might not even know or knew the covering that you really had with the Eight of Cups. Whatever you walked away from, they're proud. They're celebrating. And that's not even the Nine of Pentacles. That's the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom. The investment that you made in yourself to, baby. Yeah. The Seven of Wands. You had family going against you. That you walked away from. That you defended. Excuse me, y'all. When I say walked away doesn't necessarily mean physically walk away, you know. But there was nut covering you to give you the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding of the process and what it meant to walk away and to invest in yourself. The strength to not worry about a Ten of Pentacles. The strength to Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. The strength to celebrate yourself. The Star card in reverse. With the King of Cups. To sacrifice your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams. To sit back and get out of your feelings, but in tune with your feelings. To see the bigger picture. Even if it meant you had to seclude yourself. Even if it meant you had to take care of only you. To only, to worry about you, to put you first. Even if it meant you had to separate yourself. Just know that they were a part of the separation. When all hope looked to be gone. An Ace of Cups. You took the cup of love. The cup of love to invest in yourself. I was going to say something else and I heard shut up. The Seven of Swords. They say shut up. Some things are not to be. Some things are not to be said. And that's what you are learning. Some things are not to be said. They are teaching you the ways of the old. So, I just gathered Nut. I know Nut is like Egyptian, but remember they said, excuse me, the Sumerians were in America before the Egyptians. So the Nut, you know, a lot of times when we think of Nut, we always cross the water and think Africa because we think Egypt. But it's like in every different sector, you know, like the Mayans, the names changed. I don't know. I'm hearing Exchel. She's a goddess, but Exchel, that she might have been called Nut might have been the same as Exchel, but you know, different languages or whatever. But Exchel, I'm hearing Exchel. I don't know who's trying to tap in, but baby, you can't get nothing. But yeah. El Diablo. Baby, they finna come at you at all areas. You high commodity. You high commodity, baby. You high commodity. You hear me? You high commodity. I ain't lying. You high commodity. You're high commodity. But baby, the offerings are gonna start pouring in, baby. Okay. The 9 of Cups. Yeah. The offerings are about to start pouring in. Just sit back and, you know, take them all in, shit. Take them all in, baby. I was about to say, going to the hermit about which one you take, but she made a castle with all, sand castle anyway, with all of them. So, if you want to take them all in, baby, take them all in. That's what you want to do. Okay? But on this card here, remember, These here built on the sand. When the tide come in, so I'm wash them away. 7 of Pentacles, so be very discerning. Okay? Where you put your cup at. I ain't gonna even say where you build, but where you put your cup at. Okay? Be very discerning in where you put your cup. Where you this card is upright. It looked like the moon card, but let me pick it up. Okay. This the 6 of Swords. Be very discerning where you put your cup, where you move on to calmer waters at. Because they coming in, baby. They coming in. The offers coming in. They coming in. They coming in. They coming in. Okay? Bring them on. Bring them on. Bring them on. Okay? Because they coming in. You even got some covens coming in, too. Some covens coming in. Okay? I don't know what you've been 9 of Cups about. But, you're about to be taught the ways. The ways are about to be taught. The Queen of Swords. Yes. I heard let's rewrite history. History is about to be rewritten. You know they say history is about to be rewritten with the truth. With the truth. Come on, baby. The Ace of Swords. With the truth. Turn the fan off. Turn the fan off. Close the door. You don't want them to hear you tinkling. The Hierophant. 7 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. Queen of Sword. King of Sword. I said Ace of Sword. Queen of Sword is followed by the Ace of Sword. Up here we got the King of Sword, followed by the Queen of Sword. And that ain't even the Queen of Sword, that's the 9 of Pentacles. I ain't got my glasses on. That's why she by herself. 9 of Pentacles. Ain't no talking. So you might as well go back out there. Because both of y'all in here together, it's going to be trouble. And I ain't got time. I'm trying to finish this out. Go. Thank you.
I'm not gonna book on.
No, you can't. I'm using it. Thank you. All right, check your book. Appreciate it. Good looking. But you have 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Hierophant, and that's the Ace of Swords. Followed by the Page of Swords and the 5 of 1, them cackling assholes, with the Ace of Wands and the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Cups with the Temperance. Baby, it's about to get good. It's about to get real good. It's about to get real good. They ain't gonna like it. But they ain't gonna fight it. They gonna bicker and argue and try to throw in that magic. The 9 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. But it ain't gonna help. But they gonna try it now. They're gonna try to slow it down, the Page of Pentacles. I'm gonna try to get one oracle card out of here, the Crow Wisdom. I heard they can join or get lost. What's the message? Somebody worrying about clothes, logos. Your mind on the wrong thing, okay? The clothes don't make people. People make the clothes. So whoever that's for, you worrying about the wrong thing. Your mind ain't elevated. Access denied. It says gathering of kin. It says community call, not for idle chatter, but for shared intelligence and mutual watchfulness. I told you, baby. Messenger in black. A truth, unadorned and necessary, arrives. Do not fear its starkness. I told you, they coming from everywhere. They coming, baby.
When you're done, can I get your blue phone?
You know it's too early for a phone with me.
Huh?
You know it's too early for you to have a phone with me. You know that. Have you eaten breakfast this morning? Exactly. So as soon as I'm finished, I'm going to fix you some breakfast. How about that? Okay. And no, you ain't getting no phone after you eat breakfast. You should have been. Did your mama go to the school?
My school?
Yeah. All right, hold your questions, okay? Mean what you say in reverse. Mean what you say. So, peasant girl, you're on a diet. And when I say diet, I mean you're on a special course. Okay? Doesn't mean like food. Somebody could be on a food diet. But diet, you know, you're on a different course. You're on a special course. Okay? Relationship. Date. A peasant girl. You're on a special course. You're on a diet, baby. Okay? You mean what you say. When I say mean what you say, don't just eat it. Let it sit in you. Digest. Some of it might even burn like some wormwood. You know what I'm saying? Get the parasites out. Sacral chakra. What's the message? Don't worry about a thing. I heard Stevie Wonder. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I heard pestilence. Don't worry about the pestilence. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about a public apology. That's beneath. That's beneath you. Study. Continue to study. Continue to study. Snake. Continue to study. However you are studying, continue to study. Continue to be inquisitive. Continue to keep it real or keep it moving. Continue to have those standards, even if it brings you heartache. Continue to keep it real. Do your thing, straight up and down. Continue to get your rest. It's gonna be some heartaches, baby. It's gonna be some heartaches. Celibate. Continue to get your rest. Stay celibate, baby. Stay celibate. And don't you worry about a thing. Keep your peace. Okay? I'm hearing that song. No matter what the people say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, baby. Okay? Mean what you say. Falling up under keep it real or keep it moving. Okay? Mean what you say. So don't just talk to talk. Mean what you say. Feel it. Mean it. date. It's already been written. My right eye itching, y'all. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Access denied. It's already been written, baby. It's already been written. Public apology. Heartache. Somebody that thought they had to give a public apology is going through some heartache. Compassion. The Spirit said y'all ain't got to get no public apology. So if you going through some heartache about some public apology, don't even worry about that thing. Okay. Don't worry about that though. Self-esteem being balanced. Know yourself, know thyself, know who you are. You got the keys. Peace. Okay? And whatever key is bringing a whole bunch of heartache in the public, baby. Somebody wondering if you know you got the keys. Tell them, yeah. Yeah. Yes, she know. He know. She know. Whoever it is got the keys, they know. They know. Shut the front door and lock the screen. They know. Confidence. Straight up. They know. I heard humbly. Confidence humbly. Okay? Not pettily, but humbly. Somebody I heard not braggart. Not a braggart. Not a copycat. Not braggart. Not a braggart. A hot yellow bullet. Not a braggart. Sassy. Earthbound. Earthbound. So to wrap it all up, Anu is here. Okay? Anu is here on Earth. And pretty soon Anu gonna be coming into contact, harmony, bargain, agreement with a peasant. Okay? So listen. Anu gonna be coming all different kind of ways. Okay? What was it? 9 cups? Then we had the 7 of cups. Okay? And just gotta know where to put your cup. Or your cups. Because you might got a lot. It's keys. They wanted your keys. They wanted the keys. They thought they had the keys. They stole the keys. And now they gotta return the keys. Feds. Now they gotta return the keys. That's the law. It's scales are being balanced. Cancel. The law is being canceled. Water, willpower. Wow, things are changing. Things are changing for a copycat. Sexual healing. Something changing for a copycat, y'all. Some kind of earth magic. Willpower that's been used. Lovers and friends. There's a copycat who lovers and friends about to be going to jail. I'm listening. There's a copycat who lovers and friends about to be going to jail. I don't know what y'all going to jail for specifically. But whatever it was, sacred chakra is about to be balanced out. Or whatever creativity y'all done bamboozled, y'all going uptown, baby. That's between y'all and the new now. Okay? It says many are called, only a few are chosen. Thermometer straight up and down. Heartache at the bottom. Love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Optimism. Follow your intuition. Secret. Itchy. Do you understand that you out of line? And it's been signed and sealed? Because you done lost your mind. And out of balance. But you got options. Say thank you. It's all in how you keep on moving. On what diet are you on? What course are you on? Internet. Antennas. Connection. Here. In 7 days, a change can come. Cash for ass. The unknown. Gotta move on. Wedding. Gossip. Telling the news. Tea served on a regular. Root worker. You are a star. Better days. Big queen. Childhood beef. By the mail. That shit about to be cleaned up. Got a lot of questions. A lot of secrets. Stop judging. other folks. Keep it 100. This house is not a home. Someone is looking for forgiveness. Someone is at war. Someone looking for forgiveness for a war. Someone went from lukewarm to this girl is on fire. Somebody's stinking. Baby. And a towel. Best friend. Hacked. And they rocked the boat. Somebody need to surrender. Raise the white flag. Stop fighting them demons. That's the law. For the stalker. They need a real spiritual bath. The one that makes you seek wisdom. So that you can receive gifts from the Most High. Sometimes it comes with that. A public apology. That concludes this message, y'all. Till the next time, okay? Y'all already know what it is. I love you. Peace, love, hair grease. Later, Gators.